welcome to my video. In this special occasion, let me remind you about something. Whether or not you are fluent in English is determined by various factors, one of which is understanding countable noun and uncountable noun. In this session, there are words whose number can be counted, and there are also words whose number cannot be counted. So, how do you tell the difference? Let's learn with me. What is countable noun? Countable nouns are nouns that can be counted directly. That is, you can say a pen. In addition to being numbered, countable nouns can also change into plural forms, such as from apple to apples. I have 20 apples. There are 6 tables and chairs in a classroom. Usually, countable nouns are identical to things or objects that can be seen, touched, or felt, but are not limited to things related to physical things. Uncountable nouns are nouns that cannot be counted directly or expressed in numerical form. Generally, uncountable nouns refer to substances, abstract concepts, or objects that are too small and too numerous to count one by one. Important: uncountable nouns will always be accompanied by a singular verb, and these nouns do not have a plural form. Examples of uncountable nouns are water, sugar, and love.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Shimreti. I come from English Education Class D Batch 22 with ID number H01222350. So in this special video, to fulfill my mid assignment for teaching media course, I want to explain about countable and uncountable noun, such as you have been watched on my video before. So here we go. As you have seen on the last video, do you already know what is noun is? So, noun is a word that names something, such as a person, place, thing, or idea. This includes all objects, both real and also abstract. For example, the sky, clouds, rain, and many more. There are so many, so this noun is specified again based on the thing that can be counted and cannot be counted. Or in English, we are say countable noun and uncountable noun. Actually, they have told you before, but I want to make it clear again before we enter to the new thing. So, I want to tell you the specific difference between countable and uncountable. You can see on screen, in a countable term, there are a clock, a slice of cake, and a grape. It means countable is a thing that can be counted, such as we can count what time is it, we can cut a cake to be some slice, and we can count each seed at a grape. Meanwhile, the uncountable is a noun that can't to be counted and can also be remembered as a noun that have only one form. For example, is a water. The word cannot be said to be a water or to water, but it can be used by inserting other nouns such as a glass of water. Same with the milk, we can say the milk, but we say a glass of a milk, a bottle of a honey, and a bottle of a salt. In addition, in uncountable noun, there are also nouns that refers to abstract ideas and emotions, such as love, seen in the video before. Well, besides that, the countable and uncountable noun have a separate quantifiers such as much and many, few and little, some and any, among and number, and etc. Let's move to the much and money. These two words have the same meaning, namely a lot. Of Indonesian, we say banyak. For example, much, you can see on screen, I have so much water in my backpack. So Much means the banyak atau so much sangat banyak, and the water is the uncountable noun. Another example is I love you so much more than myself. So love is an uncountable noun and much means the banyak. So the meaning at the sentences is saya mencintaimu lebih daripada diri saya sendiri. For many, you can see on screen how many years have you lived in Jakarta. So the many years in this context, it's mean that like many, if we translate by one, many is a banyak and years is a tahun. Jadi many years is a banyak tahun atau tahun banyak. So if we smooth again, like many years is berapa tahun atau seberapa lama, and if we translate all, how many years have you lived in Jakarta? So the meaning is berapa lama atau sudah berapa tahun kamu tinggal di Jakarta. And another example is we need so many books to be donated to Majene. So many books, it means that like banyak buku atau kita butuh banyak buku untuk mendonasikan ke Majene, untuk didonasikan ke Majene. Yeah. We move to the few and little. So these two words have the same meaning also, namely a bit, and our Indonesia we say sedikit. You can see on screen the example for a few is there is a few men in the party. So ada sedikit pria dalam pesta. So a few men, sedikit pria. Another example is Garaga only has a few friends in Marunda. So Garaga cuman memiliki sedikit teman di Marunda. Few friends, sedikit teman. And a little, for example, for a little is I need a little help now. So saya butuh sedikit bantuan sekarang. Little help, sedikit bantuan. I have a little time only to come here. Saya perlu sedikit waktu untuk datang ke sini. And yeah, for your informations, you used an uncountable noun and the little used two uncountable nouns, such as example before. Man is uncountable, friends countable, help uncountable, and time uncountable. Let's move to some and any. Well, some and any have the same meaning of several, or in Indonesia we say beberapa. Both can be used in the sentences that use countable nouns and uncountable nouns. The differences is some used for positive sentences and question sentences in the form of offers and requests, while any used for negative sentences and question sentences in all contexts. For example, some. She has some questions. So some questions. Dia punya beberapa pertanyaan. Another example is there are some reasons I can't tell you why I should be worried right now. Saya punya beberapa alasan yang saya bisa kasih tahu kamu kalau kenapa saya harus khawatir sekarang. So it's a positive sentences in the forms of offers and requests. For any example, you can see on screen, do you have any money left in your wallet? So the meaning is, apakah kamu masih punya uang dalam dompetmu? So this is a question's context. Another example is, you could tell me any reasons, but I still won't believe it. The meaning is, kamu bisa memberitahuku beberapa alasan, tetapi saya tidak akan percaya, but I still won't believe it. This is a negative context. Let's move for the last quantifiers are among and the number. So these two words have the same meaning, namely quantity, or in Indonesia we say sejumlah. For example is For amount, they are taking huge amounts of our money. So, dia mengambil beberapa uang kita. So, amounts of our money. Amounts means like beberapa atau sejumlah. Money is uang, that it's mean like a countable noun. Another example, hey, you should put a little more amount of time in the pot before it's boiling. So amount of time includes a countable noun because it can be count. For number, you can see on screen, we have been friends for a number of years. So the meaning is kita sudah berteman selama beberapa tahun. Number of years is mean that like beberapa tahun. Our school has a larger number of students compared to other school. So, the meaning of this sentence is sekolah kita memiliki banyak siswa, students, jika dibandingkan to compare to the other school, jika dibandingkan dengan sekolah lain. Jadi, this is explained about the quantity atau banyak siswa, number of students. And that's my video explained about countable and uncountable nouns. I think that's all for me. Thank you for watching. Sorry if I have any shortcomings. And the last I say, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.